Coming up on this edition of our show, it's week one of a 2-week high school football special. And today I'm going to sit down with Matt Edward, head coach at John Glenn, Shenandoah assistant coach Matt Weddle, and Buckeye Trail head coach Donnie Kerns. Are you ready for some football? It's all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
Welcome to a brand new edition of Talk of the Town. We're coming to you from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. We're excited because it's the first time we've ever done this. This is part one of a 2-part high school football special. Part 2 will air next Friday's show. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk to coaches from the local schools. And joining me right now is Matt Edwards, the head coach for the John Glenn Muskies. Glad to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And the first time we've met,
Yep.
but I want to start out by doing something maybe a little bit different. But just tell us about Matt Edwards. Tell us about your family and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm a 10th grade social studies teacher at John Glenn, entering my 15th year of education. I've coached football all 15 years. My wife and I moved to this area 6 years ago. We had both graduated from Muskingum College at the time, university.
Yeah.
And I did my student teaching up at John Glenn High School, and we really enjoyed the area. We had 2 young boys, Owen and Jackson, who are now in 4th grade and 1st grade. And you know, we looked at East Muskingum and we looked at John Glenn's system and said that's a great place to raise a family. It's a great community to, you know, get an education. And you know, after spending 9 years west of Columbus, about 30 minutes from my hometown, we made the decision just to, you know, move this side of the state, and it's been a really positive transition for us.
Well, from your time in college, you had a feel for the area. Then to be thrown into like a more urban area, probably is good to come back.
Absolutely. You know, there's nothing that beats that small town feel.
This is your 3rd year coaching, starting your 3rd year.
Right. I was. This will be my 6th year, you know, total at John Glenn. Spent the first 3 working with Coach Kelly, and this will be my 3rd year as the head coach.
Of course, you followed the great Coach Kelly.
Right.
You know, how is that? And in your 3rd year, is your system kind of in play now?
Yeah, we've gotten to that point now. You know, John Kelly was John Glenn football for a long time.
Sure.
20 years on the sidelines there, won a lot of football games. You know, so once we came in, we knew we were going to have to, you know, kind of replace a guy that was, you know, synonymous with John Glenn football. In those first couple of years, it was, you know, about, you know, putting in our system, putting in our expectations with the kids, putting in a different weight training system, and those kind of things. And you know, we took a couple steps in those first 2 years, and now that it's year 3, you know, we feel like we've fully implemented our system. This senior class would have been freshmen his last year, so you know, starting next year, these kids, you know, were never on the sideline with John Kelly. So, you know, we feel like we've now made it our own, and we're ready to take that next step.
You said you had 16 seniors coming back. What's that mean for the program?
Oh, it's tremendous. You know, last year I think we had 5, and the year before that it was 6 or 7. And a lot of these seniors have played for us, and they've played as sophomores. They played as juniors. They have tremendous amount of experience on Friday nights. They have great leadership within the group itself, and just there's no substitute for having seniors on a football field, and we finally feel like we have that.
That is great. You guys were 4-6 last year, but that was, if I'm correct, 2 more wins than the first year. So it looks like, is that something that you build on and you tell your players? Absolutely.
And you know, our motto this year is "It's time." And we're not exactly sure what it's time for yet, but you know, one of the things that we talk about is it's time to take the next step. We felt like we got better each of those first 2 years. These seniors were a huge part of that process, and now that it's their senior year, they've owned that, and they're determined to make this a memorable year and you know, get us John Glenn back on the football map.
How would you describe your coaching style?
You know, I've changed over the last couple of years. One of the things you figure out real quick, you know, when you're the assistant and you can just go out and coach football, you know, I was a high energy guy running around, yelling, screaming, you know, doing that kind of stuff. And now that you're the head coach, you know, I've got to kind of calm down a little bit, I guess, take a back seat, let your coaches coach a little bit. And it's definitely been a transition for me, just because I'm a young energy type guy, but you know, when you get caught up in the moment and then you realize you're in charge of everything, it you know, really forces you to stop and slow down.
How important is it to have a good coaching staff under you?
Oh, that's the key. When you win and lose, you get all the credit, but without them, I couldn't do what I'm doing. And we're fortunate that in year 3 we have the entire staff back. This will be the 3rd year that we've all been together. So there's that camaraderie amongst our staff. We know each other. The same guy calling the defense, the same guy in charge of special teams. So all those things that happened off of the football field this year for us have been tremendous as well.
Your first game is August 25th against Meadowbrook, but you've got a tough first part of the schedule, don't you?
Oh, we feel like our whole schedule is going to be tough. We open up with Meadowbrook week 1. They're going to rebound from a season that they probably didn't expect last year. Cambridge obviously coming off of a really nice season. And then we get into our MVL schedule, and we think the MVL is going to be really good, especially at the top. And, Sheridan comes to our place week 3. So, we're going to learn a whole lot real early about our football team.
With 16 seniors coming back, has that filled most of your positions, or do you have any freshmen starting again this year?
I don't anticipate that there'll be any freshmen on the field, hopefully, this year. But we have some young guys who last year started as freshmen who are going to, start again as sophomores this year. But yeah, we're senior laden, and we can put. I was looking at our depth chart yesterday, actually, and at any time we're going to have 9 or 10 kids on each side of the ball who have started for us in the past. So again, there's just that value of having that experience on Friday night is going to truly show up this year.
Where do you stand right now as far as training goes, leading up to the first games?
Yeah, we're right in the middle of 2-a-days. We have our first scrimmage on Saturday at home against Carrollton, and right now we keep telling us I keep telling our players we don't know anything yet. We've had pads on for a couple days. We finally started to hit on Saturday was our first contact day. And we've looked okay in shorts and T-shirts, but unfortunately we don't play the game that way. So this week's going to be very telling for us. Scrimmages are invaluable to evaluate your players
on an individual basis. Correct?
Absolutely, because most coaches keep it very simple in terms of scheme, offensively and defensively, and it just lets your players go out there and play, and you find out who your football players are.
Well, we are out of time, unfortunately. We could probably keep going for days, but I've been talking with Matt Edwards, the head football coach for John Glenn, and we just want to wish you much success in the upcoming season. Pleasure to meet you, too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk some Zeps football right after this.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Hey, welcome back to our high school football special. And, this guy is a familiar face at Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge, but we're shifting gears. He put the ink pen away from sales right now. We're talking with Matt Weddle, who's an assistant coach for the Shenandoah Zeps. Good to see you.
Yes,
How's things going with you?
Couldn't be better. It's football season.
It is, and you're primed up, aren't you?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Pumped. You've been coaching for how long?
9 years.
Wow.
9 years.
For those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about your background. How'd you get into coaching?
I got into coaching with Jesse Wells. I played at Marietta. I went to Marshall University. And Jesse and I became friends through baseball and softball and wrestling and football and along the way. And one day he said, hey, I got to coaching. He coached at Mount forever and followed him there, followed him through arena football and went to a few of his games. And he said, hey, I got a coaching job at Meadowbrook, and, would you help me coach? I was like, well, I'd never put much thought into that, but, yeah. So, we went from 3 or 4 coaches to 6 or 7 coaches and, continued to grow. And then he got the opportunity that he's been, I think, striving for his whole career, was to go back to his alma mater and coach at Shenandoah. So everything's kind of come full circle for him where he wants to be, and pretty happy.
What pumps you up most about coaching?
Contact.
Well, there it is. Spoken like an O and D line coach.
Yeah. I love the big uglies. The bruisers down low. But we call them the hoggies. So they break on hoggies. But it's amazing to watch them move people.
Yeah, it is amazing.
So it's fun to watch them and open up lanes for the backs. I know they get all the glory, but it's the guys up front that do all the work.
So what are your responsibilities as offensive and defensive line coaches? What all do you deal with?
Blocking schemes, making sure the running backs have holes, techniques on blocking, using your hands, stuff like that. Defensive, filling your gap and being where you're supposed to be so the linebackers behind you can, see what's going on and be in their gaps. It's just every person, 11 people have a job, and if everybody does that job, it should be a good play. But you have to make sure all 11 people are doing their job, and it starts with your line. They have gap responsibilities, and they have things that they have to do. So it starts up front on both sides of the ball.
Do you tend to keep your scheme simple, or do you get into do you work in some exotic stunts and things like that?
On offense, you use the KISS aspect of it.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. So, especially coming to a new program that had 3 or 4 different coaches in the last 3 or 4 years, and they were 2-28 before we got to that program, and they had different coaches and different schemes. So we tried to keep it simple and, zone this way or you're stepping this way and go block these guys. So try to keep it pretty simple on the offensive side of it. But the longer you've been there, the more you can implement things. And the same with the defense. You always want to have stunts and line stunts and be able to open up gaps for them linebackers and stuff. So.
Are these things that you call, or can your players
we call most of them, but if they see something, they can audible to it. But most of it comes in from the sidelines.
From the sidelines,
Yep.
It comes in from you, basically.
Yeah.
You guys were 4-6 last year. You had a lot of young players last year. Talk about that a little bit.
We're still young. We only have 7 seniors, and not all of them start. So we're junior heavy, sophomore heavy. We've got a good group of kids back. We're only replacing 2 or 3 on offense and 2 and 3 on defense. So we should be pretty sound and experienced when it comes to that.
You made a comment before we started filming that you kind of see the seas parting right now. What do you mean by that?
Just our schedule. The tough teams like the River, the Fort Fry, the Barnesvilles, they'll all still be tough teams, but Fort Fry graduated 19 seniors last year, so they're going to be that's huge, and they had a great season last year. We lost to Caldwell by a point. We lost to Newcomerstown in overtime.
Games,
So we've had some close games, and we feel that this year with the experience, so we're ready to go to the next level.
First game is at Frontier.
Yep.
What's that going to be like?
They'll be good. They've got some experience back. If we just go in there and do our job, we should be able to take care of business. We treat everything like a business trip. You go down there, you do your job, you come home with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Any changes that you can talk about for 2017, or things pretty much going to stay the same? Just work from there?
We'll stay the same. We got 3 new teams on our schedule. We got 2 West Virginia teams, and then a good Southern local team that we saw on a 7-on-7 at St. Clairsville that they pretty much dominated the 7-on-7. So, week 2 at River, week 3 at Southern Local is going to be 2 tough contests for us. So.
Okay, I talked to Matt and asked Matt, where are you guys right now getting closer to the first game of the season? Practice-wise, what are you doing right now?
Middle two-a-days. First day of contact was Saturday. We're feel pretty good after that. Everybody looks good in helmet and shorts and T-shirts with what happened when you get the pads on. So pretty confident about that, and we're pretty comfortable where we're at, ready to go for our scrimmages, and we'll see after that.
Are you pumped up about the season?
I'm absolutely pumped up. I can't wait. I wish we were out there playing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You prepare and do all this preparing, and then you kind of breathe a sigh of relief when the kickoff goes.
Yeah, Friday night, all the time and effort that you put into it, you get it back on Friday night.
Well, we want to wish you and the Zeps much success this
Thank
year.
you. Appreciate
And
it.
stop on down Cambridge Classic Forward, see Matt Weddle.
Yeah. Yep.
They are a
you.
sponsor, so I can say that. Okay. Hey, Matt, thanks a lot.
All right,
Appreciate you
thank
being
you.
here. Okay, and we're going to be back with Buckeye Trail head coach Donnie Kerns right after this.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a
great place to live, work, and play.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services. Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the Classic Difference. The Classic Difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the Classic Difference for yourself.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're coming to you as always from US Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge, and we're excited that we've actually put this together, a high school football special preview. That's right. And please welcome to Talk of the Town Donnie Kerns, the second-year head coach for the Buckeye Trail Warriors. Pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And as I've done with Matt, the Matts, Matt and Matt, tell us a little bit about Donnie Kerns, your background in coaching, just who you are.
Okay, I grew up in Quaker City. That's in East Guernsey, Buckeye Trail, town. So I've been ingrained in the community, all my life. I love it there. Moved to Byesville just for work purposes. I teach at the Mid-East Career Center, and have wife and two daughters, Avery and Laney, and East Guernsey or the Buckeye Trail School District has just always been important to us. We really we really love it. So that's where I've been coaching at for. I coached at Barnes when I've coached at Meadowbrook before, but I've been at Buckeye Trail probably 15 of the last 17 years. I've been involved there at Buckeye Trail. So
what got you into coaching? How did you get involved in it?
I was young. I was high school, and I played for Bill Starr. And Bill, I remember we were working a concession stand, and I said, I want to be a phys ed teacher. He goes, no. He said, go into special education and be a football coach. And I think I was a sophomore in high school. And, that's exactly what I did, and I followed his advice, and that's really what got me started. And my dad always says, if I could do anything over again, I'd be a teacher and be a football coach. So I'm just kind of, it is a dream. It's living a dream. It really is.
Living a dream.
Yeah, it really is.
What's it like to be a head coach? What's it like to be a head football coach?
When you're an assistant coach, you think, man, that would be so easy. Yeah. And then you get it, and I think my assistant coaches are kind of maybe are frustrated with me right now, just because I've been kind of grumpy because of paperwork after paperwork, and that stuff you don't have to deal with as an assistant coach, and the paperwork part of it is just in the organization. But I love doing it. I'm an OCD person. I love to have things organized. I love to have things my way.
So am I. Yeah.
And so I'm doing things that way, and I'm happy about it. So, but it's a lot of work. I mean, it's hours upon hours. You don't just go there at 3 o'clock and leave at 8. You get there noon and you leave at 9. That's just what it is in the summer, and I put that kind of time in.
You said the off season is everything in a football program. Explain that.
Well, we started in December. We took our 30 days off, and we bought our Boosters Club bought us a new lifting program called Volt Athletics, and I really think it's taken our strength and conditioning program to the next level. It's strength, conditioning, speed, agility, and quickness. And we have 39 kids on our roster, and every single kid, if they weren't playing basketball or baseball or track, they were in the weight room all winter, all spring, all summer. And if you don't have that, you'll go out there and you're kind of content with being 1-9 or 2-8. You have to have the off season buy-in, or just things won't work out. They really won't. We learned that last year. Some of the kids were like, man, we've never really done it like this. But we have to. And then we beat Barnesville. We beat Meadowbrook. And the kids, they kind of started to buy in. Yeah. And then the younger kids said, okay, it really does work. So
there was a stretch, where things weren't all rosy football-wise at Buckeye Trail, but you're starting to come back out of that. And you were 6-4, last year.
Yeah.
Would you consider that to be a success?
Yeah, as coaches, you kind of always play with the schedule, and we look at it last year. We have it on the board, and we're like, man, if we can get 5 games, we've had a really good year. And then after week 5, we had 4 already. It was like, now we got to 6, so it was. That was a very successful year for us.
You won some close games last year. How important are winning those close games?
I think that's what got the kids to buy in. Like I said, with Barnesville and Meadowbrook, the strength and conditioning was just the difference in both of those games. We were stronger than both of those teams and in better shape, and that's why we won. We got down early against both of them, but our kids didn't quit and came back, and we won the game.
And is that just a boost in the arm for the kids? I mean, all this weight training that I've done has really paid off.
They see it pay off right there. Yep. It was instantly that our kids said, okay, we're buying in weight program first, football, and then that's what happened.
So what's your schedule like this year?
It changed a lot. We went to the new conference. We went to the IVC.
Oh, so what does that mean for you guys?
We still open with Ridgewood, who everybody knows Ridgewood's Ridgewood.
Yeah.
So definitely no easy task there. And then the back half of the schedule, who used to be PVC schools, are filled with teams like Malvern, East Canton, Sandy Valley, TCC, Stroudsburg, and then we have 2 crossover games with Indian Valley and Claymont. So. Our schedule's
it's a hard schedule.
Yeah, it's a little different, but but you look at the PVC and you have teams like Fort Fry and Shenandoah is going to be up and coming, Monroe Central. There's some really good teams in the PVC too. So I think Buckeye Trail football will remain pretty consistent, with what we started last year.
As a head coach, you're responsible for everything that happens on the sideline during the game. Do you still enjoy it?
Yes. I do enjoy it. I enjoy it much more after a win. That's after the game. You kind of, if it's a win, you kind of like it's all worth it. During a game, there's times where it's kind of miserable. That Barnesville game last year when we were up 54-50, and they were driving late in the game after
Yeah.
this comeback.
Yeah.
I looked at one of our assistants, I'm like, this isn't fun. After the game, it was fun. It's all worth it. It's all worth it.
It is. Well, you guys got a tough schedule, but I know that you're pumped up and excited about it, and you're looking for good things out of your team this year.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I really do. I mean, we're going to play hard every week. That's the bottom line. Our kids are going to play hard. We're going to be strong, and we're going to be in shape.
Okay, I've been talking with Donnie Kerns, the head coach for the Buckeye Trail Warriors, and we wish you much success in the upcoming year.
Thanks a lot.
I know you're ready for it to just happen, aren't you?
Yeah, I really am. Yeah,
right.
really am.
Donnie, thanks for coming in.
Hey,
Appreciate
thanks for
it.
having us. I appreciate it.
All right, back to wrap it up right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Sitting for 3 or more hours a day can cut off 2 years of a person's life.
Obesity causes 44% of diabetes.
Obesity in teens and children has nearly tripled in 30 years.
Lack of exercise is as deadly as smoking.
Get going, Guernsey!
For more information about Healthy Guernsey, call Southeastern Med's Wellness Resource Department at 435-2946 or visit seormc.org. Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
That's going to do it for this edition of Talk of the Town. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks again to our very special guests, Matt Edwards, Matt Weddle, and Donnie Kerns. We're going to bring you part 2 of our high school football special on next Friday's edition of Talk of the Town. We'll talk to coaches and commentaries and sportscasters, and it's just going to be a whole lot of fun. And we hope that you enjoy this because we're excited and pumped up about doing this. For producer, director Adam Green, special thanks to Mr. Jeremy Scott for kind of pulling all this thing together. I'm Perry Bronich. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the Classic Difference. The Classic Difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the Classic Difference for yourself.